Howdly ho, Quarantinos. It's Cary. I'm back again in my basement to show off another one of my guitars. Today is my. Here we are. It's my G&L Tribute Series ASAT Classic. It's from G&L, who stands for George and Leo. The Leo in George and Leo being Leo Fender. Who left the Fender Musical Instrument Corporation at a certain point to go sort of pursue his dream of making Fender-like guitars. And I think he wanted to innovate and do some new things, and I don't think the company, which he wasn't really in charge of at that point, wanted to hear what he had to say. So he moved out and started his own sweet club and started making amazing Fender type guitars, and this is their tribute series, so it's their overseas manufactured version. This particular one is I'm sure you can't see that, it's made in Korea as opposed to the later iterations, which are made in Indonesia or now China. I don't know that it necessarily affects the quality of the instrument or the playability, but I will say that this is a really high quality, super awesome instrument. The ASAT, which is on the headstock there, is their sort of acronym for a sweet ass telly, which is essentially what they were going for trying to make this series. And yeah, this one it's a ash body. It is a semi-hollow. As you can see, there's a F hole there. Ash body in sort of like a tobacco burst finish. I'll show you the back. It's got a really nice, beautiful wood grain, and maple neck with a independent maple fingerboard on it. The tuners are the only aftermarket piece on this guitar. They are Spurzel or Spurzel or Spetzel. They're black, and they are locking tuners. It's the first guitar I owned with locking tuners, and they're awesome. Keeps this guitar in very good tuning, even if you abuse the heck out of it. The pickups are, as you saw in my last Telecaster video, Pistachio. I talked about these a little bit. They're the G&L MFD, which is their magnetic field design pickups. They're a ceramic based pickup, which normally you associate with a lower quality, like an entry level pickup, but these ones are awesome. They really offer a lot of detail in your string sound, but they don't do that at the expense of sounding sterile or like they don't have their own sort of springy character to them. The bridge is the sort of ashtray style boxed in bridge. With 6 independent saddles, and they are brass saddles. I don't know how much that actually makes a difference to the sound, but they tell me it does, so we'll appreciate that about it. And then it's finished in a really hard, like candy coat, clear coat lacquer. And that lacquer is pretty incredible because I have bashed the heck out of this guitar and never put any real damage into it at all. It is basically in showroom condition, and that's certainly not due to the way I've treated it. Yeah, let's play it a little bit. I'll start in the neck position. Start by turning off my compressor pedal. Just play you a couple. I was talking about how well it stays in tune, but I'm a known liar. I hope you guys are doing okay, staying safe, staying at home when you can. Those of you who don't have the luxury of staying at home, I really appreciate you. Thanks for putting in the work and being essential. Yeah. So So there, yeah, that's your neck pickup there. I'll give you a little bit of the middle. I actually do like the middle setting in this one, and then going into the bridge. I would say this is probably the most traditional sort of Telecaster sounding guitar I have of my 2 and soon to be 3 Telecasters, although we'll see what the third one sounds like once it is complete. Yeah, let's put on the old compressy baby there and see what we can do. Maybe just a little slap back. Yeah, it does that. It does the telly thing. What I am really impressed with about this guitar as well is if you feed it a little bit of juice, put it into the neck pickup. It's a little creamy. Now, if I roll back on the tone just a touch. I don't think you'd mistake it for a Les Paul or anything, but it does, it takes overdrive pretty well. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this guitar, I think. I really like it. The neck feels good. Like I said, I've beat the crap out of it, and it's never had any real issues to speak of. Just using the original factory nut, which I think is just a plastic. But, you know, I've never had any intonation, any action issues whatsoever. It doesn't really seem to change with the seasons. Like, I don't think I've ever done a setup on this guitar. And it still plays wonderfully and is super easy on the fingers, and there's no buzz all the way up. All the way up to the 22nd fret. 22 frets on this guy too. Yeah, it's this guitar doesn't have a name. I've always just called it the Telly, and then I got a second Telly, and it got a little confusing. And soon I'll have a third one as soon as I'm finished building it. That's pretty much it, you guys. I'm gonna play us out with a little rock and roll, and then we'll see you guys on the other side with another review.